Think based on maths. Don't fall in love first. Do the maths first. Do the maths first. All of this falling in love thing. I don't believe in falling in love.
Don't fall in love. Walk into it. Thank you.
Good girl. Thank
you.
Don't believe in falling in love. The great Adelaide Heywood Mills said.
Come on now.
Don't fall in love, girls. The great Adelaide Heywood Mills said, don't fall in love. She said, walk into it. Oof. And you want to know what? Everybody has a level of incompetency in some certain things. It's how you market yourself. Yeah. And they have become very good at marketing the things that they are expert at. Right. So much so that you forget that they don't know how to open a Word document.
Oh! I
just arrived. Do you know you have 30
minutes?
Do you know I have 30 minutes?
I just arrived.
Do you know I've only had 30
minutes? It is CONTEH'S CORNER. It's CONTEH'S CORNER. It's CONTEH'S CORNER. CONTEH'S CORNER. Episode 4. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of CONTEH'S CORNER. You already know the vibe. It's your girl DC, and we are here to record episode God knows what, because I'm gonna figure that out once I've decided to actually edit the episodes. That's fine. So today's episode is actually really exciting. We have our very first external guest. But before we do all of that, listen, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. If you're an audio listener, I really don't understand to this day why you haven't given a 5-star review. I think it's quite disrespectful that you've listened to me for now at least 4 weeks and thought, I'm not going to give Deborah 5 stars. It's what we call an EOP, an enemy of progress. We don't encourage such behavior in this corner. So if you are listening and driving to me consistently telling you off, I hope you stop the car and now give me a 5-star review. Anyway, regardless, for those that are online, again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're very excited to have you here, the coolest corner in the world, where we're here to seek about candid conversation, connection, and obviously, hopefully one day build community. That's the aim. But yeah, today's guest, I will give a small debrief as to how we met later on. But this guest has been so open, so respectful, so inspiring. And I'm not just saying it because she's behind the camera and I have to impress my guests. I don't just do that. I am saying it because it is a word of encouragement that it's quite hard for me to get inspired in a way that, because I'm quite inspiring, full stop, yeah? I'll be honest. Like, I've started accepting it now, so I have to start saying it out loud, yeah? I'm quite inspiring. So finding someone that pushes you to be like, nah, you got to do better still is a blessing. So before I introduce my guest, obviously you guys know we need to pray. For those that aren't Christian, please do see if you can engage. It's not by force. I'm not going to force anyone's hand. But for those that are believers as well, just put amen, man. Put amen silently, shout amen, scream amen. I don't give a heck. Just make sure you listen. But anyway, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you so much for today's episode. We want to thank you for the conversation, but we also want to thank you for the fulfillment that the guests will have. We want to thank you for those that are listening, that needed a word of encouragement, that needed a word of inspiration, that just needed to hear something today. I pray and ask, Lord, that you help me and the guests to be able to be vessels and to be able to speak that message that you need us to speak. Lord, we thank you that you are the one that's in control. Despite our plans, you are the one that's going to fulfill this episode. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Alrighty. You already know the vibe. Let me get comfortable. Let me actually sit like I'm sitting on the pod. That'd be great. I'd like to introduce to some and present to others. And I'm smiling bears, innit, car? I'll be real. I think I need to start wearing heels, innit, car? I just don't have the ankle strength for heels. It will make sense when our guest sits down on the pod. But I'd like to introduce Sharon! You better clap. Y'all better clap. Oh my God, yeah. Wow, I know her. Boom! Fireworks! Yeah! We love you! Wow. And there's one more firework. Boom. Just in the center. Gosh, you look dashing. I think that's the correct word to describe the fit today.
Thank you very much.
I mean, we have to unpack the outfit of the day. I didn't get a chance to do it because I was doing setup, but I have to say this is giving. Guys, I want you to understand, it is the 5th of December, yeah? Whenever this comes out, I don't give a heck. It is December, and Sharon is wearing spring clothing, and I respect it. Yeah, look at the difference. Wearing a polar bear outfit, yeah. But I really respect it. Really, really do. You look stunning.
No, wearing summer outfit.
But guess what? You look like you got money.
Oh, thank you.
You look like you got period.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sharon, just give us £5, man. That's all we're asking for. That's all we just want £5 just to get home. That's all we're asking for.
No, so I by the way. Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
Okay, awesome. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. I feel very special. And thank you for inviting me, by the way.
No, of course.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
I've been so psyched about it. I've told so many people about it.
No, for sure.
Everybody knows DC.
Period. Full stop.
And I believe they should.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, genuinely, thank you. But yes, today we're gonna go into a couple conversations. The main conversation will definitely be about, being yourself in a corporate world, but then also how to embrace being a Black woman in those corporate spaces. Obviously later on we'll definitely dive into why I invited you, or why I felt like genuinely it'd be great. And I'm here to more listen than I am to ask questions, ironically. Because I just, seriously, from the time that I met you at the retreat, and we'll go into more detail, but the time I met you at the retreat, I genuinely remember telling one of the girls, Rachel, shout out to Rachel, I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's my conference that she needs to be at or my pod or something, but I just can't, this can't be the last time we speak.
Oh, certainly.
So yeah, Sharon, introduce yourself, talk to us. Who is Sharon?
Who is Sharon? My name is Sharon Oranekwu Wilson.
Say that one more time for the guests. Listen.
My name is Sharon Oranekwu, previously Sharon Wilson.
Come on now.
I am many things to many people. Yeah. But first and foremost, I am utterly a Jesus lover.
You better.
So obsessed.
Come on now.
I'm so enamored by them.
Yeah.
And I am a wife.
Period.
I am a daughter.
Come on now.
I am a director, a board member. I'm a sister.
Yeah.
And a mentor, a public speaker,
Period.
an author. I'm a lot of different things, but often not at the same time, because not all of them can happen at the same time, and that's perfectly fine. But I enjoy everything I do, because everything I do stems from who I am. None of the things I do is unauthentic.
No, 100%.
All of it stems from
and it's
who I
tiring as well.
am. Yes.
Imagine that.
And so if it was unauthentic, it would be so irritating to do these things.
No.
And so because it's real and because I really do love what I do, it fuels me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful intro. No, honestly, I think what was nice about the intro, and I will get into the structure. Actually, bun the structure. Respectfully, you man are watching our pod, innit? So we're here, yeah? If you don't like it, there's other pods, yeah? Thank you. But I think what was beautiful about it is the recognition of your self-identity before your role. Oh, yes. And recognizing that even your wifehood or your daughterhood or, your friendhood came before... after the fact of mentioning Christ. Yes. And I'm very much, even scripture talks about, do not be ashamed of the gospel. So I think it's refreshing to know that. Because I know when I bring in scripture, I won't have to be like, oh yeah, bro, so what? What did it say? There's a sense of, there's a foundation of knowledge and wisdom, which is great, because now I say now, but I knew before even that there'll be such wisdom shared that will just bounce off each other easily, which is great. So yeah. All right, awesome. So you guys already know the vibe. First section of the pod is usually Confessional of the Week. This is a section where we confess something that has happened over the week. And it can be anything. It could be a deep, dark secret. Don't know why you'd like to share that on the internet. But that's a choice, and we thank God for it. We could, because some people just be like, even that TikTok trend.
I've seen them.
We listen, but we don't judge. Wow. I've now heard your business.
Wow.
I now know your family affairs.
I have judged a lot of
judged. I said, really?
Yes.
You guys recorded that. Yes. You edited it.
Yes.
You now posted it with a caption.
And it's still up.
This is the confessional of the week where we confess something. So, Sharon, talk to us. What is something that you would like to confess for this week?
What is something I'd like to confess? I've had an unusually busy weekend. I know it's Thursday, and so the weekend is far away, but it feels very close because of how intense it was.
Yeah.
This past weekend, I hosted my annual Thanksgiving dinner, where I bring my friends together and I cook for them until they feel so fat that they can't stand up.
As they should.
And I give them gifts and show my appreciation because I really love my friends, and I love having friends, and I love friendships. I love community. I'm a big community girl. Massive on community. And then on Sunday, I had our Christmas photos taken to prepare for our Christmas cards going out. And I have to do all of these preparations whilst at the same time finishing off signing documents for becoming an equity partner in a new organization.
Okay, let's stop. No. Let's just stop. Sharon, let's stop. Let's stop. No. Sharon. Hi, Sharon. No, Sharon. What we're not going to do is skip past the fact that you've decided to publicly declare that you are gaining shares in an equity. Yes. Let's just clarify that firm. So for some that do not know what that means, break that down, and we'll definitely get into the friendship conversation. But what does that mean, getting shares from an equity firm? Because there might be people that have nothing to do with corporate and just be like, what the heck does that mean? So yeah, talk to us.
Of course, it's always been my goal to eventually stop working for people. I find that so draining. Amen. She says having people who work for her, but each to their own. Do whatever you want to do. So one of the plans I made for myself is to go from having my work and going into corporate governance and board governance, and then gain equity in companies, and that means just buying shares in company. And sometimes you can become a silent partner, or you can be an actively involved partner in the operations of the organization. These days, I am invested and interested in building organizations. So I connect with great founders who have built good things, interesting things, innovative companies, and we partner. We have some conversations. I contract for them for a while. Right. We get a feel of each other, and then we talk about moving forward to a place where I own part of the organization and come on and help them build. So right now, this particular one, and there's another one on the dock as well, but we haven't closed that one. This particular one, we are hoping, or rather they've brought me on with the hope that I can move them towards an IPO in the next 2 years, which I'm very excited about because I have partnered in an IPO before. It's a lot of work and I lose a lot of sleep, but it is such fulfilling work. I love everything that goes into building a business, into the operations of a business, being a COO, all these things. And it's always very exciting. And I love it when I actually own the firm or own percentages of the firm, because it's my baby and I treat it as such. And things like this are very exciting to me. So that's what that is in a nutshell. And
congrats, first of all.
Very exciting. And
genuinely.
So I had a very busy week of balancing being a wife, a friend, a sister, and also being a businesswoman. And that's really my life. I don't know why I made that stand out, but it was just specifically very busy this weekend. And so that was my weekend slash start of my week. And I'm just cooling down from it now. Yes.
I think what's also awesome, because I'm of a similar, I wouldn't even say similar lifestyle, but I love my friends.
Yes.
Like, as in, if that could be the confession of the week for the next 52 weeks,
it would be true.
It would be true.
Yes.
Because it's just, first of all, it's an investment in a way where I'm not asking for a return. It's very much an investment that I'm willing to make on building those relationships that really just mold who I am. And I'm similar in a sense as well, where I actually hosted a get together for like all my closest friends to do like a dreamers thing, where we're all like, okay, what's the biggest dream that you want to do? Like, and okay, why are you not doing it right now? Yeah, no, I know. I just have those annoying friends.
Is that so my type of conversation or what?
Genuinely.
Yes.
We sat down and we said, okay, the year's nearly ending. You said you wanted to do this thing. Why haven't you done it?
Brilliant.
Like, let's really
wonderful
G-check you.
Very good.
And be like, okay.
What does G-check mean?
So kind of like, what are you on?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes. What are you
like,
on?
what are you on?
Yes.
Why haven't you,
Very good.
who have you spoken to? Da, 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 da. So
Wonderful.
you now doing that for Thanksgiving is even more beautiful because it's refreshing as well.
Yes.
Like, you spend time with friends and it's like, yeah, you guys are cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are sick. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. Confession of the week for me.
Yes.
So
Tell us.
I'm the eldest of 3.
Sorry. The eldest thing and that.
Yeah. No, it's been a week to say the least. But I think my confessional, and it's something that I've always known, is it's quite hard being the eldest. And I think it's quite hard being the eldest when you have such a good standard for yourself. Because so I have a younger brother, I have a younger sister, and I have siblings elsewhere as well. But outside of that, those are my guys.
Yes.
Like, no matter what, family, friends know.
Yes.
You mess with those 2, oh, it's a rough up. Somebody's jaw is getting rocked.
And rightly so.
Like, shaked.
And rightly so.
Fantastic. So, but I think what's hard as well is trying to set a standard for them to try and not only just achieve, but go over. Because I'm very much an advocate of, as much as I'm doing everything now for myself or whatever, like, it is also to try and encourage them to do better than me.
Yes.
And that's the same with mum as well. Like, she's always like, okay, I've done this. I need you to do better. And that's not bad. But I think the pressure of always trying to do better comes with a level of tiredness. So I've been tired this week. That's my confessional. Only because I think I'm at that stage where I'm trying to build the life that I would like to live later. And yeah, man, we thank God. We thank God for sure. But I think as well, what helps is, well, obviously my faith, like that one. When they say go to your quiet place, that quiet place is loud. Let me tell you that
good.
now.
Very as it should be. As it should be.
Oh,
yes.
What quiet place is like, yeah, Lord, still, I ain't gonna lie. Tired. But there's a beauty in spending time in his quiet place and being refreshed and coming out even more renewed and even more uplifted, if anything. So yeah, that's my confessional of the week for sure.
One of the people I respect the most in this world is my older sister.
Yeah.
And she is also the oldest of 3, and she does a phenomenal job of being very responsible, of just holding everything together. And as much as I say that as a compliment, I realize that most of the time she might not want to, but then she has to.
Yeah.
Because we have her, we have the luxury of being a little bit reckless.
Yeah.
There's a certain percentage of recklessness that we possess.
Have been afforded, right.
Purely because she exists.
Yeah.
And really in this world, she is one of the people I respect the most. I think that she's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think that nothing, like, I think that she's light and nothing like shadows the light.
That's beautiful.
She's so brilliant at what she does, and she's a lawyer, and everybody knows she's a lawyer. And she's just fantastic at her work. She's fantastic at holding the family together. Right. She's always been someone who steps up, but wow.
Yeah.
I don't take for granted the job of a firstborn, especially when it's a daughter.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes when the family is in an African community or a Black community. I don't take for granted what that is and what you guys have to do and how you guys almost have to parent instead of being children at a certain point. And so I really want to extend that same respect to you.
Thank you.
And say that even in your tiredness, that you carry it with so much grace.
Thank you.
And that you're doing a fantastic job. And if no one else is saying well done and they're proud of you, I want you to know that your siblings, they hold you so high. They hold you like the sun. Yeah. Because they have to. Because when we see you guys, we think, oh my God, I can rest. It's like the Calvary has arrived. Yeah. Yes. And so, and even though you guys might not always want to, but yeah, I respect your position. Yes, I really do respect your position.
I definitely think it's something that I've learned to accept for sure. I think early stages, especially with the privilege of recklessness, I think that was something that I wasn't afforded at teenage age. Right, yes. For sure. Yes. Like, it wasn't, my siblings, the age gap is quite big. Yes. There's like 6 years between us. Yes. So the youngest sibling currently now is 12. So even then, it's still very much like, dang, y'all still ain't grown up. Like, come on, for sure. You
still have children to take care of.
I really, if anything, thank you for. No, I want to acknowledge that. Thank you for it. And And I said, if Sharon keeps talking, I might get teary-eyed. So what we're not going to do is that.
No, because this thing that you just said now about your younger sibling even still being
Child.
preteen is so, that means you're almost like you're a young woman, but you're also kind of a mum at
Yeah.
the same time.
No, for sure.
And my goodness, when you said you're tired, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The age difference between my husband, who was the last born, and his oldest sister is like almost 12 years.
Yeah.
And all the time in our house, we talk about like how phenomenal she is. He tells me about like how really smart she is and how, you know, all of the barriers that she breaks and she broke, and but then also taking care of all of them. And I just think between my older sister and his older sister, when I think of both of them, they are really, really kind of superhuman.
Yeah.
And so you even doing this and us walking in here from your job and you sitting here talking to me about your siblings, that's a superhuman thing. And unfortunately, you don't have to be superhuman, but I really pray that you feel God's grace and you feel strengthened. Amen. And when you need to tell everyone to shut up and get out, please go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, that I feel like, that one has been...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That one has been the lesson this year. It's like, I'll be real, guys. You got to give me 5 minutes. Nowadays, like before when I'd come home, as soon as I walk in, sister would be like, so school was like, which I love. Like, I appreciate her telling me about school. If anything, I even encourage it a lot more so. But nowadays, they know, okay, listen, if I've just walked in this door, okay,
silence.
I need 5.
Yes.
At least 5.
Yes.
My bag is still not down. Like, let me please at least take off my jacket and take off my shoe. And just 2 minutes. That's all. That's all I need.
They sound like good kids.
No, they're good kids. They are. I mean, they're going through a very like teenage-esque stage, which is understandable. But I think also with mum being a single mum and I'm being the elder sibling as well, that parentification is definitely there. Like, and it is something both of us are definitely like working well with. But yeah, it comes with its challenges, and at the end of the day, you can only learn and do better. But talking about childhood and growing up and everything like that, the main reason why we know each other, let's actually break that down. So how we know each other, how we met, why does Deborah know someone that is now earning shares in an equity firm and TFL is fighting her? The juxtaposition is crazy, but hey, it's fine. So yeah, Sharon, how do we know each other? Where do we meet? Let's tell them the background story. That would be cool.
We met at a friend's event at, by the way, Valuable Community. Can we plug
Big
Valuable
up? Of course we can.
Valuable
Victor,
Community.
team.
Just type Valuable Community
please.
on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and become a part of it.
Please
They
do.
are a valuable community.
Period.
Truly,
Full stop.
Truly, they are.
That's the thing.
And that's where we met. Valuable Community had a retreat, and I was privileged enough to be invited to lead a workshop, and Deborah was one of the very amazing, very bright, very inspiring young women at the workshop. And what's really funny is that when I speak to people who also are public speakers, when they go to events, they think that they're going to, you know, teach something. But I always walk away learning so much. I was so inspired by yourself, Rachel, Vanessa.
Big up to Vanessa.
Savannah.
Oh my gosh.
I was so inspired. No, I still remember their names. That's how important they are to me. I was so inspired by them. I was inspired by Ruth and everything that Ruth was telling me she was doing at home before she moved here. I couldn't believe I walked away so inspired. And I'm so glad I connected with DC, because one of the first things I told DC is, I'm so impressed by the job you do. I have never met anyone your age who does what you do, and I am so inspired. And one of the first questions I asked her is, how's the GDPR there?
Yeah. That was actually the first question. It genuinely was it good? Yeah. And it was a very silent conversation as well.
Yes,
he was like,
And we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
No, it's a blessing.
And that's how we met. And you want to know what? Big shout out to Victor.
Yeah,
man. Very, very brilliant human being.
No, he is too,
Well
like,
done.
I remember saying it to Rachel as well. I was like, Victor's been doing networking before we even knew how to spell networking. Like, he's been doing it since 14 years old, of just getting himself out there and and it's crazy to think that he was doing all the stuff that we thought was extra at the time.
Right.
That now his like, you know when they say network is net worth, Victor's net worth
Certainly.
is dumb. It's silly. It's like you have to sit with yourself and be like, what were you doing? You were out there
How did you get here?
gallivanting, like suit ready, talking to people, and probably at the time he didn't have like what he has now with valuable community. At the time, he was just trying to get in the space, you know, when they talk about being in the room. So yeah, big shout out to Victor. Huge
Victor,
shout out.
come and sit on the couch.
Ah, Victor, I've talked to you already. Victor,
Come and sit.
Victor, how many times did we call your name? We've said it. Victor needs a booking time with him because I told him, I said, bro, like,
Very busy man. Very busy man.
and I respect it.
Oh yeah, certainly.
I said, if I need to book an appointment, let
Very
this be the
very,
appointment.
Very busy.
I'm
man.
okay with
No,
it.
but you're good at that. Do you know when you booked me? When did this happen? First week of November. She's serious. If she wants someone, she will tell you
in advance.
I wouldn't be surprised if DC is talking to people a year in advance.
No,
She's
my dear.
serious. She's very serious. This girl's serious.
Oh, okay.
Don't play with her.
Anyway, because I have a list of people that I'm like, yeah, no, I need to bring you on. Like, as in, hi.
And you know when you said it, it was like one of those throwaway things, and then you said it again,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you said it again,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
said it to me on LinkedIn.
And I was like,
wow, okay, she's serious.
Because you're on my list. Like, you kind of need to be on the pod now,
She's
you know?
serious.
Like, it's not like, oh, yeah, let's do this thing and let's just talk. No, I've got to set up. When are you free? Because I just don't want to miss that chance of speaking to someone that genuinely, when they talk about destiny helpers, or like,
Yes.
you don't know. You really don't know. And I'm not saying that this will, something
No, I
will come
respect
from
the
it.
tenacity.
But it's just
I
like,
respect the tenacity.
let's try.
If people were this tenacious and very intentional about their lives, they would be so much further. I respect the tenacity.
Thank you. And I applaud my community for it, like my friends for it. Because if not, I think doubt and self-doubt would come through and they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, so what? Like, let's just change
I'm
our
glad
corner.
you have a supportive community.
Yeah,
you can
no,
always
they're
tell
awesome.
when someone is supported.
No, they're so awesome.
Yes.
They're so awesome. But yeah, first question that I had for you was,
Yes.
so little Sharon,
Little Sharon.
Little Sharon, 7-year-old Sharon, 10-year-old Sharon, who was she and how did she become who she is today? Big question, you know, imagine. No, how are you? No, how you doing? Talk to me about your 7-year-old 7-year-old self. Who was she?
Very, very, very talkative, very confident.
Love that.
Very, very confident. When I was younger, I would receive a lot of love and attention. That's one thing I always say. I always say I'm very loved, and I don't say it as a point to brag. It's something that I have come to realize as a fact. I'm very loved.
Yeah.
And I've always been aware of how much love I had. My dad was very intentional about showing love, and my dad was very verbal.
Yeah.
My dad is very unlike the regular African dad who, you know, grunts and my father says, I love you.
That's beautiful.
And he gives you a kiss.
That's
And he gives you a hug.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody that all my life that I have lived with my dad, so long as we are in the same vicinity and so long as we're in the same house, every single day I received 3 kisses, 1 on each cheek and 1 on my forehead and a hug, every day without fail.
Wow.
Every single day without fail. And it really, really boosted my confidence. I was a very confident kid. And the people who I respected the most, my dad, my mom, and my uncle, but specifically my dad and my uncle, and I absolutely love my mom.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about people who there was a certain type of reverence I had for them. They seemed to be so obsessed with me. And so I decided to believe whatever they were saying about me. Yeah, they would compliment me and they would tell me how really brilliant I was and how really confident I was, and they would be so enamored by me. And so I chose to believe it. People tend to be very inclined towards believing negative things that they experience about themselves and question compliments. And something I noticed about myself is that I've always been the opposite.
Yeah.
If you say something negative about me, I'd like to sit down and have you prove it. But if you say something positive about me, I say thank you and I keep it pressing.
And you know what? I think even with that, because I saw on a pod as well, I think with British culture, sometimes when people get compliments, they're inclined to give it back, which is, you gave me the compliment. Sit in it.
Just say thank you.
That's okay.
Just say thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I really believed the positive things that people had to say about me. My dad, my uncles, they seemed to be so enamored by me. So I chose to believe them. And my dad was so invested in us reading. From the age of 5, everybody received this pack of Famous 5. I don't know if you know about Famous 5. So Famous 5 is a story about 5 kids who go on an adventure with a dog called Timmy.
Love that.
And at the age of 5, everybody received their own pack of Famous 5. I still have one in my house. And he goes, okay, time to start reading. And then everybody has to read, and you'll read before food, you'll read after food.
Wow.
And it really made me very confident I could speak to anybody.
Yeah.
And till today, I can walk up to anybody and speak to anybody. And everybody says, and people tend to say that and really believe it. And you know what? If you believe it, I believe it for you.
Yeah.
But it's not a believe. I know it because I have proven it. I can strike up a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
I have relationships with older, younger, people who are far older, people who are in places of authority. I can strike up a conversation even virtually. And I have my father to thank for that. And my mom made me have thick skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom made me have thick skin. My mom was not easily impressed, and I thank God that she wasn't.
That's good.
Because she made me have to seriously believe in something. Without her, if she doesn't hop on it immediately, do you still stay on it?
Right.
If you believe something, and if you believe that something is the right path for you, and she doesn't hop on it immediately,
Right.
do you still stay on it?
And that's a word,
and
you
that's
know?
and that's my mom was very strong with that.
Yeah.
If you think so. And you're like, oh yeah, but what do you think? No, what do you think?
Yeah.
My mom was not easily impressed. Like she just faced her God and faced her husband, and she give you encouragement. But you believe your own thing and you do your own thing, and it really, really, really made me very, very confident. So very talkative, very confident, very in people's face, and very sure that I was loved. Very sure. If they were looking for children to pour into the back of a van by telling them daddy doesn't love you, I really wasn't
I'll be like, that's not my dad.
I really
We just not the same word. Yeah. No.
Unfortunately.
No, but I think what's beautiful about that as well is, I mean, God knows there was so much to say. And one thing I do respect is, I think it's beautiful to see that there is a father that is present and someone that has been intentional with you in such a way where you're not only feeling loved, but you're feeling so self-reassured that no matter who you step to, it's like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, you actually can't.
Yeah.
Because
truly
the foundation's there, bro. Like, unfortunately, if that's your own insecurity, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you actually can't put that on me, which, one, I want to commend. And then also there was something that you said about your mum being not so easily impressed and being so sure about what you believed in. But so how has that helped you now in the corporate space? Like, being so self-assured in what you're pushing forward.
When I say something, I don't say it with an uptone. I don't say, so I think we should do this. I don't say that. I rarely say that. I rarely say that. Because when you say things and end it upwards, you're asking a question.
Okay, true.
I rarely do that. If I say, I believe these are the regulations that will come into place for this client, and I believe that this is what we should be monitoring. Here are my reasons why. Do you agree? I'm only asking you, do you agree, because I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise I go, this is what I believe.
Period. Full stop.
Because I'm sure. I am sure.
Yeah.
If there is a reason why you disagree, you can present that.
Yeah.
And I am very collaborative.
110%.
I'm very collaborative.
Yeah.
So there was something about my mom being so... She wasn't hyper. My dad is a hyper person. My dad is hyper. He's so colorful. He talks a lot. I introduced my dad to all of my friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, yay, woo. And everybody loves him. My mom is very reserved, very centered. Right. Talks more with her eyes than with her mouth. If you're trying to get her to hop on something, you better be sure about yourself. She would expect you to be sure of what you are doing. And don't rely on her being impressed with it in order to move forward.
Right.
And so a lot of things I would talk about, in the corporate sphere, like, she wasn't really necessarily in tune with it. So don't wait for her to get excited about it for you to do it, because she's asking you, what do you mean? What's that?
Yeah.
What's that? Okay, so what does it do? What is? And she's asking you questions, and you have to answer. You have to stand up for yourself.
Right.
And now I do that. And recently at work, someone told me, oh, you come across so confident. I am.
Full stop.
I am. What do you want from me?
Full stop.
I am. And I should be.
And
you
that's
should
the
be
difference.
too.
Yeah, you should be.
And something about having those parents, that balance of those parents, really, they set me up for success. If I was to do life again, I would pick both of them again, the exact way that they are. They are two very flawed human beings, but I would choose them exactly how they are.
Yeah.
And I am eternally grateful for the both of them. Wow. If I was to do life again, I would pick both of them the exact way that they are, flaws and all. I'll take them any day.
Period.
Yeah.
Full stop. So when you're asking a question or when you're saying a statement in the corporate world, I think the first tip that you've already said without necessarily saying directly is don't end your sentence in an uptone.
Yeah, don't.
You know what's so funny? I am learning to not do that.
Okay, good.
Because with me, so I have a team. Shout out to my team. I mean, they probably watch it now, but shout out to my team for sure. Like I have a tendency to say statements in an upward tone because all of my team is older than me. So, and when I say older, I mean the youngest age is 28. So I'm very much like, okay, you guys, let's try this or rather than actually let's just do it. Like, so my personal question, actually, if anything, like, it's funny because now my phone is off and this is no longer the plan. But my actual question is more like, what would be your encouragement for someone that's still trying to accept that they're a senior in their role? I've been in my senior role for maybe since June, which is honestly a blessing. Like, got the promotion in 6 months, which is like, boom.
Proud of you.
But I think my biggest question is definitely like, how does one navigate that space of seniority without
At a young age?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it's ironic because, again, I was going to talk about you being a director and again, with all the partnerships that you're being able to collate right now.
Yes.
But I feel like it's apt that I ask you in particular, like how you were able to navigate being a senior at a young age. And was it family that helped the reassurance part of things? Or, I think that's the principle of my question.
In my last role, I had a secretary who was 63 years old. And I think that's the only point where I've struggled with seniority.
Yeah.
Because first I was surprised that there was a secretary on my team, the team I was taking on. So I was like, okay, cool, great.
Sure.
That's helpful.
That's
helpful,
great
I
for
guess.
you.
I pay. Okay, thanks, guys. And then I met her, and she had been in the company for 34 years, and she was 63 years old.
Oh, wow.
If you know how I danced around asking this woman for stuff, at a point she had to come to me and demand a progress review and go, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong? And she was a white woman.
Yeah.
And so how do I begin to explain that? See, I'm Nigerian. And you being 63...
you can't. You can't, bro.
Hey, you're
you
60,
can't.
My big mummy is 63 years old.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, well, snap out of it because there's work to be done. And one of the days when I had a board meeting and I was wearing tights and I had a ladder in my tights and I was presenting at that meeting, at that AGM.
Yeah.
I could not go into the AGM with ladder in my tights. I most certainly could not. Yeah. And I sat at my desk and I pondered because I was still putting my presentation together. And I would look across and I would see her and our eyes would meet and I'd look away. And I'd look at her and I'd look away. And then she came to me and she went, what do you want? So I have a ladder in my tights. All right, I'm running to Morrison's. Is there anything else you need? Wow. And this 63-year-old woman ran to Morrison's and got me a pair of tights. I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's her job. It's her job. I'm the person who didn't realize that it's her job, and in fact, she took it as an insult
that you didn't respect.
That I didn't respect her job.
Yeah.
It's her job. So even the that you're doing right now is insulting to her because it's her job. That's her job description. That's what she gets paid to do. 100%. She gets paid to help me and to make sure that I look good, so that the team can look good, so that our team can stay together.
Right.
It's her job. And so she ran to Morrison's and got me a pair of tights, and I changed my tights, and she said, "Are you ready?" I said, "I'm ready." And then we went to AGM together.
Yeah.
I don't care what your age is.
Yeah.
I don't care what my age is, in fact. A lot of the time when I walk into spaces and people ask me my name, that's how I leave the space. If I walk into a space and you ask me my name, my age rather, unnecessarily, I will leave. Because it's unnecessary information. How does this help you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How does this help us? You have my credentials on the table. You have all of my reference, and I collect references. Like, what's that? There was a year when we used to play that game where people used to walk around in the street and they used to collect...
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
Go. Pokemon. Pokemon Go.
I collect references like Pokemon.
Go. Yeah.
I collect references like Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't
period.
wait until
Period.
someone calls. As I'm leaving a job or as I'm finishing a project or I'm finishing a consultation, I give them a form to fill and they answer everything.
Right.
I collect references so that when I slide it on your table, I slide it stacked. So why are you asking me my age? The only reason why any woman who... Are you competent? Are you competent at what you do?
I even started.
Are you competent? Because if you are not competent, then they should ask your age.
Yeah.
Then they should be concerned. Then you should feel out of place because you're not competent. And I'm saying not competent instead of incompetent, even though they're the same thing, but I'm sparing your feelings because incompetent hurts more. But you're not competent.
Yeah.
You're not competent, and that's why you feel the way that you feel. Because if you are competent, do away with all of the other feelings and just press.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm competent and I've worked intentionally and by the grace of God, but I don't take the grace of God for granted. So I work because of the grace of God.
Right.
I don't go, God is helping me, so I don't need to work. That's an insult to Jesus. We don't do that.
I
work hard.
Now.
I stay awake at night and I study my craft.
Yeah.
I can sit here and spill everything that has to do with regulatory compliance and corporate governance all day and all night. I can give it to you at the top of my head because I believe in what I do and I'm serious about it. And every single day someone calls me and asks me questions about it. So are you competent? And if you are competent, then you should be confident. But if you're not competent, then get competent. That's the answer. If you're not competent, get competent. Yeah. Because unfortunately, we can't keep using this whole, it's because I'm a woman. Is it because you're a woman or is it because you don't know what you're doing? Which one is it? Is it because you are a woman or is it because you don't know what you are doing? Because if you don't know what you are doing, I'd be the first person to fire you. Because we're here to make money. It's a job. It's a job. We're not your family members. We don't know you from anywhere.
We don't know you.
I don't know you from anywhere.
We actually don't owe you that. We don't know.
I don't know you from anywhere. Jody Sanchez said, she said, hire slowly and fire quickly.
Ooh.
The moment we realize you don't know what you're doing, you need to go.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah.
And there's a stress on that G. You need to go. Figure it out. Sort it out. This is not your family dinner. We're at work. We're here to make money. Yes, triple bottom line.
Do you get
planet, profit, and people.
Yes, you get.
But profit is inside it.
Yes,
Abby?
yes.
Figure it out. And if you're not competent, you need to go. Sorry, does that answer the question?
I'm actually a speaker. So to be speechless.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. That in itself will be a clip. Listen, if you haven't, brother, I'm even stuttering because you know what it is as well. And I think, let's just take a moment. Because I won't stutter in Jesus' name. I don't have that spirit. So let's just take a moment. You don't
have that spirit. Your name is not Moses.
Come on now.
Your name is not Moses.
And I don't want it to be.
Good.
After what he's...
Good.
What?
You have a nice name. Keep Deborah.
Oh,
yes.
Come on.
We like Deborah.
Yeah, for sure. So I think one thing is also... Yeah. I think one thing as well that gosh, I don't even want to pass by that. You know, I think in competency, is something that I'm realizing, despite age, you really either got it or you don't. Sometimes as well, there's, especially coming from university, and coming from the system of education, there's a underlying assumption that just because you are older, you know more. And just because you've been in the industry longer, you know more.
Yes.
But that's really fake.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I learned that the hard way.
Yes.
I said, you really don't know what you're doing.
Have you worked for people who are older than you and who've been in the industry for ages and you have to fix their Word document for them?
Oh! If I scream. You have to fix the Word document.
You have to. Oh, how do I open the Word document? You don't. How do you open your? What do you mean? What exactly? What are you doing? Why are you here?
You're still.
Why are you here?
You're still figuring that out.
You're older than me. You're in a senior position than me.
That's it.
You are earning the higher end of six figures.
Come on now.
And you are calling me from my office into your office and asking me how you opened the Word document.
You've allowed me to leave my comfortable chair, my coffee, my biscuit, my own document, my own work.
And this is why I created Corp Like a Girl. This is why I created Corp Like a Girl. And I said, stop working hard, work smart.
Yeah.
Work smart.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people, there are things that they are good at. They have leaned so heavily on the thing that they're good at.
Right.
And make that the highlight and make that the center of the show.
Right.
So much so that you don't notice the things that they are incompetent at.
Oof.
And you want to know what? Everybody has a level of incompetency in some certain things. It's how you market yourself.
Yeah.
And they have become very good at marketing the things that they are expert at.
Right.
So much so that you forget that they don't know how to open a Word document.
Oh.
That's how good they are at marketing themselves.
Oh.
That you forget that they don't know how to on their laptop. And now he is your executive director,
Right?
and you are a junior, and you're very good at turning your laptop on.
Right.
What has that done for you?
No, right.
What has turning
right.
your laptop on done for
Come
you?
on now.
If you don't start marketing yourselves and start marketing the
Yeah.
thing that you are good at and start talking about it, hard sell the things that you are good at, the things that you are flawless at, the things that come easy to you, hard sell those things so that we also forget that you don't know how to turn your laptop on, darling. Get somebody else to do it.
Come on now.
Get somebody else to turn the laptop on.
Come on now.
Because there are people who will turn the laptop on.
If for you.
And then you focus on the thing that you are really, really, really good at. I have done 10 years. I've done 10 years of working without having to learn Excel, not one time. Not one time. And every time I'm given a team, I tell them, get me a data analyst. If they said we don't have budget, remove small from my salary, get me a data analyst. I don't want to do Excel.
No,
I don't want to do Excel.
At all.
It's not now that I've become an executive director, then I'll start doing Excel. I don't want to do Excel. I don't want to do Excel.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. And at this my big age, I'm not going to start learning Excel. Sorry.
Right.
I'm just not going to do it.
Right.
Get somebody else to do it.
And that's not laziness, and it's something you actually spoke about in the retreat.
Yeah.
It's not laziness. It's the ability to act like a swan.
Yes.
I think that's something that that's the one thing I remember leaving that place with and thinking, nah, she's changed it. Like, to market yourself as a lazy girl, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Talk to us about that.
It's not about. I talk about the lazy girl theory because that's something that we get called a lot. Girls get called lazy. And don't get me wrong. Some of you are lazy.
No, yeah. There's a difference. There's lazy and there's lazy.
Some of you are lazy.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's not cute.
Get up.
And then there are people who get called lazy because we work smart instead of working hard.
Right.
And working smart is to be strategic. That's what we focus on. We focus on being strategic. So, for example, I don't tell people to get out of their comfort zone. I don't believe in that. I would never tell you to get out of your comfort zone. I say stay in your charisma corner, but go deeper.
Okay.
Stay in your charisma corner, but go deeper.
You know what? If by now, after 50-something minutes of watching this, you haven't gotten a notebook or a notepad or a notes page or a note something, and you ain't wrote a sentence down, what are you doing? One more time with that statement, my dear.
I don't tell people to leave their comfort zone. Stay. I call it a charisma corner. So there's something that Christians call charisma, and it's called grace.
Yeah.
The thing that you're oiled to do.
Yeah.
Have you ever put oil on a greasy wheel and it just slides?
Yeah.
So there's something in your life that you are oiled to do, and it's your smooth. It's just your smooth area.
Yeah.
I call it a charisma corner. Okay, it's where you have so much charisma. Stay there, but go deeper. Right. So Deborah is good at talking, but then she doesn't stay in her house and yap to her siblings and scream at her mom and scream at her. She stays in her charisma corner, but then she does what? She goes deeper. She starts a podcast.
Right.
She starts a podcast with it.
Right.
She's networking with it.
Right.
She attends a retreat and she talks to everybody and she tells them,
Take a picture with the pillow.
Yeah, market my podcast. Because she's good at talking.
Yeah.
That's her comfort zone. Now to walk to Deborah and tell her to leave her comfort zone, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So you stay in your charisma corner, but do what? Go deeper.
Right.
Go deeper.
Right.
Stop being so skin deep in the thing that you are good at. Go deeper. The thing that comes natural to me. Do you know what? The thing that is so easy to me is to be charming.
Come on now.
Is to be charming. I get people on my side. I can convince you. I can convince you without talking a lot. And so I don't just sit there and tell my dad, get me another bag, get me another shoe.
Right.
That's here. I'm trying to go deeper. I'm trying to go deeper. So I take it to the corporate world. People pay me hard. People pay me well. People pay me well to go build out strategies for them, consult for them, build out partnerships for them, talk to people for them.
Right.
People pay me well. And so I go deeper. Why on earth would you tell Deborah to leave her comfort zone?
Right.
Stay in your charisma corner, but do what? Go deeper. That's it. That's how to be
that's
a
good.
lazy girl.
That's good.
Be strategic. Work smart. Don't work hard. I don't believe in the hard work that breaks your nails. I don't believe in that hard work. I believe in my brain working hard. The physical exertion stuff, leave it to the man, darling.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's actually okay. Like, other people are allowed to take on a burden you don't necessarily need to carry at all.
Yes.
Like, it's actually okay to depend on other people to do the stuff that you don't need to do.
And that you're not good at doing. And you're not good at doing, and you keep doing it, and they keep comparing you to elephants even though you're a fish. And then they bring you out of your water, and now they tell you, do what the elephants do.
Wow.
But baby, what I'm good at is swimming.
Yeah, come on now.
What I'm good at is swimming. I have a friend who can organize shampoo bottles in height order because she is that fixated on organization. Do you know what? Get out of your bathroom, stop organizing your shampoo bottles, and start organizing things for big organizations.
Yeah.
Start telling people, I can organize your life.
Yeah.
Pay me, I'll organize your life.
Yeah.
Stay in your charisma corner, but go deeper. Leave the bathroom, leave the shampoo bottles. It's fine. You've arranged it once already.
Because imagine, it's just you and your family that will see it.
Yes.
That's sad.
Stay in your charisma corner, but go
that's
deeper.
nice. That's
Absolutely.
Nice. That's beautiful.
That's
beautiful.
That's the lazy girl theory.
Yeah.
And there are so many facets to Corp Like a Girl. And myself and my team, we're still building that out.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll come back with a book.
Did I just get an exclusive?
We'll come back with the book. We'll come back with the book.
I'm not smiling or whatever. That's fine.
The lazy girl theory seems to be most of the girlies' favorite.
No,
and
because
rightly so, because if people keep calling us lazy, are we supposed to cry? Should we cry? But things still get done, but somehow we're lazy. Rest.
You mad because you had to do it yourself. You had to do it yourself. There was no one else. And that is okay. If that's your ministry,
stay in it.
But I'm learning how to actually be like, because that was me. I'm not gonna say was, but it still is me. I'm genuinely learning how best to be lazy in the respect that we were talking about. Where it isn't bad to delegate. It isn't bad to give people their roles and let them do them, and also allow them to shine. Because in a way, it's actually pride.
Good.
It's actually pride.
Yes.
Because realistically, you're not allowing someone else to do
everything.
It's pride.
Yes.
And that's actually very, very scary.
You're in love with yourself.
Yeah.
You're in love with the sound of your own name.
Yeah,
let other
the
people
word.
do the thing that you're not. You can't do it as well as Mr. B can do it, but you insist on doing it because you cannot leave control for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
The obsession with controlling everything. You can't even delegate and pay someone else to do it because you have to watch over their shoulder. The great Ibukuna Washika said, send your money on errand. Send your money on errand. The things that you can't do and you can't do well, send your money on errand.
Yeah.
And I do that.
Yeah.
I be sending my money to go places all the time. I said, can you go here, please? Can you go here?
Can you put me an Uber?
I don't want to go there. Can you go here? Send your money on errand. Why are we making all this money if we can't send it on errand?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. So, final section of the pod. Because I promise you, we could be here for another 30 minutes or so. But
DC's a busy girl. She got things to do.
It's not even that, my dear. I need to rest.
Yes, DC needs to rest, guys.
need to sleep.
Leave DC alone.
Like, you know what it is, yeah?
Leave
I
DC
think
alone.
the beauty of working from home is when there's no meetings and you've done your work.
Yes.
I slept
Take
well
a quick
this
nap.
morning.
Take a quick nap.
I slept. I have no shame in saying it.
Take a quick nap. What they care about is the work. Is the work done? Take a quick nap.
Nap. You guys are here scrolling on your computers. They're not checking you.
Do you remember?
They're sleeping
Do you
too.
remember when we were kids and our parents would take a nap and we were crying? Can you remember such foolishness? When we were children and your mom said it's time to nap and you cried and you insisted on staying awake. You
weep. Your retina hurts. The back of your eye is screaming.
Can you remember when we were foolish, guys? Can you remember when we were foolish? And now we're begging people to leave us alone so we can nap. Leave me alone.
Oh man. Anyway, no. Beautiful. Like as I said before, genuinely, if you haven't taken notes, please do take notes. By God's grace, when this setup is in a home or somewhere more comfortable, I can go deeper with our guests and everything.
Absolutely.
And yeah, when there's more time, for sure. My final question was actually going to be like, what excites you the most about your future?
Oh, DC.
I know, that was a pretty good question,
DC
isn't
has
it?
got the question.
Thanks, man.
DC has got the question.
Glory be to God. Let me not take too much credit now.
I'm excited about my children.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, I'm excited about my children. I think that I have chosen a very good dad for them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And good for them, you know.
Yeah.
If you ever see this, you have a great dad. Well done. I mean, you didn't do anything for it, but well done. You have a good dad. You have a great dad. And I think that it might be the setup for a successful future, having a good dad.
Yeah.
And if I use myself as a case study, I believe that the setup for a good future, for even a good now, is having a good dad. So sometimes when I look at Benedictus, I'm so excited for his children because I think that they have a stand-up father. Truly a stand-up father. Recently, I can't remember what I was telling him, and I was just like, "Oh, do you want to make babies?" And he was like, "Hey, like, where do we hide? Like, let's like sit.
Whatever you.
We have a plan. If you can stick to the plan,
That would be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Can you stick to the plan, Sharon?
Please.
I said, "Oh, I'm just asking you something. Like, you can say no. We can. Why are you? Hey, so much passion.
Yeah.
So much passion. So I'm really excited. I'm excited about my children, but I'm also excited for myself. And it comes back to the love thing. My husband really loves me.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. He's a flawed human being. We're all flawed human beings. In case you listen to this and think, oh my gosh, she married a flawed human being. What, like you, like the person that's about to marry you?
It's ironic.
Crazy stuff. That's crazy stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Wild stuff. Scary.
That's loud.
But he is so good. You know, when someone's full of so much goodness.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So I'm also excited about my future. And although my marriage is in no way the center of my universe because Jesus has taken that place already, it is a very, very, very good structure in my life. It's a pillar. And I'm very excited about my life, my future. And I'm very glad that I picked well. It's very important.
Oh.
It's very, very important.
Oh, don't get me started on that
very,
conversation.
very important.
Oh.
All the women who do well, who are married.
Yeah.
Who do well, who are married, okay? And we're not saying that you have to be married. Please don't get in your feelings. Seriously,
No.
don't get in your feelings.
Bro. We're not talking about you.
What time is it?
We're not talking about you.
What time is it? What year is it?
What
year is it? If you want to cry for a different reason.
Like crying in the corner, bro. Anyway.
All the women who do well, who are married. Those women, they say consistently that the quality of the partner determines the quality of the life.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
The quality of the partner determines the quality of the life. And this is not a marriage seminar. And by no means am I giving you marriage advice because go ask your mom. Go and ask your mummy. I'm not your mummy. I don't give marriage advice. I don't know. I just got here. I just arrived. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Do you know I have 30 minutes?
Arrived.
Do you know I've only had 30
minutes?
I'm not giving you marriage advice.
Gosh.
The quality of the life is determined by the quality of the partner.
Yeah.
And I will say this any day, any time, any day or any night. You don't pick someone who has sense. You don't pick someone who truly loves you. Pick based on maths. Don't fall in love first. Do the maths first. Do the maths first. All of this falling in love thing. I don't believe in falling in love.
Don't fall in love. Walk into it. Thank you.
Good girl. I don't
Thank
believe
you.
in falling in love. The great Adelaide Heywood Mills said,
Come on now.
don't fall in love, girls. The great Adelaide Heywood Mills said, don't fall in love. She said, walk into it. 10 out of 10.
Walk into it.
Yeah.
Because you see everything. Once you fall in, your face is on the ground.
Absolutely. Don't fall. Why are you falling?
Oof.
Stand up.
Oof.
Stand up.
Don't let your knees be weak.
Stand up. Do you know you have 30 minutes?
30!
Do you know you have 30 minutes
30.
to realize that all the flags you're seeing are red? Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Pink, rose, red, crimson.
Whoa.
Come on.
You're playing with
all
your
sorts of
life.
hues.
You're
crazy.
Your life. Yeah. Pick a solid person.
Yeah.
Not a perfect person. You won't find any of those.
Yeah.
But pick a solid person. And you want to know what? If they love the Lord. If they love the Lord.
Come on now.
They will love you.
Come on now.
If they love the Lord, I mean really love him.
Yeah.
They will love you.
Come on now.
That's how we pick. We pick with maths, man. We do analysis. We don't. The girlies don't fall in love anymore.
No.
The girlies are not falling in love anymore. From what we've seen, it's not working.
It's not.
It's not working.
It's not.
So we don't fall in love anymore. We do the maths. Yeah, we do mathematics. We use mathematics to decide.
We do.
Yeah, we use equations, darling. It has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. Don't make it about you, love. Don't make it about you, love.
Love.
All right, love.
L-U-V.
It's not about you, love.
Right.
Yeah, we do maths. We use equations. We use
you.
physics. Yeah, all of this falling in love.
Yeah, no, that's...
It's 2008. That's so 2008.
Come on now.
Ew.
Different seasons. Ugh. Still in the same old clothes? Dang. Get a grip.
Get a grip.
Get a grip. Of something that is worth holding on to. Hallelujah.
Ooh. Get a grip. Get a grip. Hold on to something that's worth it.
Let it go.
And if it's not worth it, let it go.
Just let it go. Let it go.
If it's not worth it, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh,
Let
that's
it
exciting
go.
though.
Break
Genuinely.
up over text.
Come on now.
I'm giving all the girlies permission to break up over text. Ooh. If it's not worth it, break up over text. And don't even explain. Just say bye.
There is someone receiving breakthrough.
Just say bye. Because all of this closure business is how your panties drop it. Oh no! Ooh. Hey, you can cut that out. You can cut that out. I thought I was talking to my younger sisters. I'm so sorry. If you wanted to drop your pants, it's your prerogative. Listen, I believe in fundamental human rights, and so if your pants feels a bit too tight on your waist and you feel compelled to drop it, drop it. Wait. I don't know how we got here, and I'm trying to reel myself back. I don't know how I got to this point, and I'm trying to reel myself back this point.
Can we actually do the visual? She said, if your pant is too tight on your waist, you know when the pant you can see the skin.
When the rubber is too tight. If you feel compelled.
Oh,
who
Lord
am I to fight your compulsion?
Mercy. No one.
Who am I to fight your compulsion?
Because it's not me.
Listen, this is DC Corner. We don't talk about panties. If you do what you want to do your underwear. Hey, how did we get here? DC's never going to invite me to anything again.
Never, for sure. This was an audition. For sure. This was an audition tape to see.
We invited her to talk about work, and she's talking about underwear. What? I am so sorry. I am truly apologetic that I spoke about your undies. Now about work. So corporate.
No, but genuinely, I was not expecting that. But I love that because you know what? I say the same thing. I'm like, genuinely, it's actually up to you. If you love it, cool.
Good for you.
But wisdom is also, you know that thing where it says, I can bring a horse to the water, but I cannot force the horse to drink. I've given you a word of advice. If you don't want to take it, that's your own.
Yes.
No one is forcing you.
Wisdom is profitable to direct.
Come on.
Wisdom is profitable to direct. That's been my favorite scripture for a long time.
Come on.
I have it painted in my living room. Wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yeah.
Whatever the wisdom is telling you. Whatever the wisdom.
Come on now.
Whichever wisdom it is.
Right.
It's telling you to do whatever. Because it may be, listen, wisdom is profitable to direct.
Come on now.
There are so many wisdoms. The earthly one, the heavenly one, whatever your own wisdom is telling you to do.
Right.
On your way, Jack.
Right.
On your way, Jack.
Come on now.
Do it.
Lovely. Final section. You guys already know the vibe. It is the CONTEH'S curriculum.
CONTEH'S curriculum.
In this section of the pod, we ask a very random question. Something that is odd, something that is ridiculous, something that is very much think at the top of your head. Right. I've prepared Sharon in advance just to be like, I need you to think of wrong answers only. Yeah. Brilliant. Obviously, we'd like to hear your responses in the comments. At this point, if you've gotten here,
comment down below.
That would
I've
be
always
great.
wanted to do that.
Genuinely, comment down below.
I've always wanted to do
like,
that.
as in description
box. I was
box?
too busy doing corporate and doing equity, and I've always wanted to do all of this YouTube stuff.
Why not?
So comment down below.
Period.
This is probably the only chance. Tomorrow I'm back on it. Tomorrow I'm back. I'm reading funds and the rest.
Yeah.
So comment down below.
Comment down below.
Comment down below.
Thank you. And what you will comment down below is the question in which I'm about to ask.
Woo.
The question is, if there was an Olympic sport that you could compete in and you know you would get gold in, what would be the sport?
Does it have to be an actual sport? Please say
no. It could be whatever. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Like, if you define it as a sport, it's a sport today. For sure. I'm also thinking of my
my
answer.
God, mine's really bad. No.
Wait,
guys.
what was the first answer? Oh,
I'm gonna embarrass my father's name, my husband's name.
Oof.
These people have done so much for me. How do I repay them this way? The sport is not being nice.
Interesting. Oof. Okay. Yeah, no, we're getting nods in the background. Okay. And you would win gold.
I just want to publicly apologize to my husband and to my father and say that you guys don't deserve this.
No.
Yes.
And how would you win gold, Sharon?
I just don't believe in being nice. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
I strongly believe in that.
Fair.
It's a waste of time. My Bible has never mentioned nice one time. And this is I don't want you to misconstrue this. I'm not talking about kindness. I'm talking about niceness. Ooh. And so if there was an Olympic sport, and everybody who knows me knows this, everybody who knows me that's watching this, they're nodding along. Not being nice. I would win I'd win gold 3 times. I'd win gold 3 times.
Period.
You know what nice is? A waste of time. Even the word is annoying. Nice. Nice.
Even the French don't call it nice.
Do you know what? Even the French ain't nice, girl. Have you met French people?
Come on now.
Nice. What are you doing with it?
Come on.
Not being nice. Be kind. I believe in being kind.
Yeah.
But not being nice.
Yeah.
Not being nice. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'm good at that. The only place I'm nice is inside my home. Mm-hmm. Because niceness is the order of the day. We're nice to each other. We go out of our way to be nice to each other.
Yeah.
But once I leave my door, and once you leave your door, why are you expecting people to be nice to you? What do you think this is? Who do you think I am? Do I look like your mum?
Ooh.
Kindness. Ooh. Yes, I believe in kindness.
Because that's the fruit of the spirit.
Being kind
for sure.
to people. I believe in love.
For sure.
But nice, unnecessary platitudes.
Yeah.
Where do you think you are?
Yeah.
Where do you think you are?
Yeah.
Is this your house?
Come on now.
Does this look like your postcode? Sort it out.
It's not your postcode.
Sort it out.
That's going to be the quote.
Do you live here?
Come on.
Once you leave your house, don't expect niceness from anybody, and nobody has it to give to you. Oof. And nobody should be giving it to you. Oof. Unnecessary platitudes. For what reason? Why are we doing that?
Yeah, you just...
Oof. Empathy, I believe in. Yeah. Sympathy, I believe in. Kindness, I believe in. Love, I believe in. Yeah. Unnecessary platitudes. Are we unemployed?
Ooh!
Are we unemployed?
We give you glory, Lord.
I'd win gold. And do you want to know what? I know you're thinking I should be embarrassed saying that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I believe in kindness. Yeah. Niceness, unfortunately, are for people who don't have anything more to give.
Come on.
People who don't have anything more, people who don't have anything else to them. All of this niceness, all of this unnecessary platitudes. Oh my gosh, oh wow, and stop it now. You're buzzing in our ears like a fly.
And that's why she'd win gold. That was her pitch deck for the LA 2028 Olympics. Oh, please don't apologize. Don't ever. Absolutely not. I was going to say basketball, but that's the greatest sport.
Basketball too.
Yeah, I feel like why not, sport or whatever. No, I think on a serious note though, I think if there was a sport for me to win gold in.
Mm-hmm. Tell us.
Oh, you know what? It would be organising conferences.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Past 3 years? I'm on my 7th one now.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I can organise.
That is such useful information.
Yeah, genuinely. Ask any of my friends. That's why I went to his retreat, because I was like, I'd like to be on the receiving end for once, rather than knowing what time, what.
Wonderful.
But conferences and stuff, oh yeah, patterned.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can do because I usually every year, the glory be to God, obviously, but every year I always host a youth conference for our national team. Mm-hmm. And again, there's a team of 5 of us and anything like that. But yeah, every year it's cool, let's do better, let's do better. Useful. So yeah, man, shout me. Shout me.
Please get in touch with DC.
Shout me.
Get in touch with DC.
Shout me.
And when you get in touch with her, pay her.
Okay, because now you're triggering me. And but now you're triggering me.
Yeah, pay people for their skills.
Now you're shouting in my eardrum.
Don't do that. Pay people for their skills.
Now you're shouting in my eardrum. Because my best friend told me off this week. He was like, dude, what are you doing? You should ask for payment. Yeah. Because there are people with less skill, less ability that's asking to be paid.
Oh, absolutely pay.
Oh, yeah, no, this was that was something.
When you reach out to DC to organize your conference, start with money.
Yeah.
Pay her, ask her how much it is. And if you can't afford it, be straightforward, don't waste her time.
Yeah.
Be ethical.
Please.
Pay her. Be very ethical. I recently charged someone £200 for a £60 conversation, for a 60-minute conversation. 60 minutes, and I timed it. Start to finish, £200. I charged them, and that's the cheap end of it, by the way. Pay DC her money.
Please pay me.
Thank you.
Not even please, pay me. And that's been CONTEH'S Corner. We actually finished on time, which is great. So
we did.
That was brilliant.
So proud of us.
That was really, really brilliant. How are you feeling after that?
Oh, I'm feeling very good.
Good.
I'm feeling very good. You are a lovely person to have a conversation
Oh,
with.
I agree.
Truly.
Same. No, genuinely.
Truly, you're a lovely person to have a conversation
Feelings
with.
mutual,
I
sure.
I rarely feel comfortable enough to be direct, and unfortunately, directness is my disease. And I don't feel comfortable enough to do it, but
Yeah.
I feel very comfortable with you.
No, thank you.
So thank you for being someone I can feel comfortable
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you very much. I
No.
appreciate it.
I'm very glad. I'm very, very glad. Very, very, very glad to have you as a guest. And I feel like that's something that I've said, like, I knew it was going to be like this, but I didn't know I was going to bellow and laugh and see the back of my throat in the middle of a conversation, which is fine. But no, genuinely, if you've gotten to this point, again, thank you guys so much for joining the coolest corner in the world. We are so excited to have you here. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. The description box, make sure you answer that question. If there was an Olympic sport that you could win gold in, what would it be? And where would it be, Sharon? In the
description. Thank you so much for the opportunity
you're
to do
welcome.
it again. Thank you so much. Because if I came onto work, if I came onto my team's call and started doing this,
they will be confused.
So this is my only chance to do this. Thank you so much. What a chance. What a life.
Oh, yay! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Awesome. So before you leave, I'm gonna